He's still down in North
Why doesn't it wash me away?
Carolina. Popped in between meetings to tell me he was leaving on Thursday, but he didn't tell me when he was coming.
You've been
back.
pretty lucky though.
Yes. I already had the big ice sheets put on my lawn and that broke earlier this year.
Right.
Oh, yeah, this winter.
Yeah. The lower end of the yard had the ice just pushed right over and you can see the marks in the trees.
Yeah,
If anything, the delta down here is huge. If
Yeah.
anything.
They need to dig it out.
And of course the bridge is
We're live.
small.
Join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah, it's Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Purpose of the floor. Anybody want to address the board? Don't all jump at once.
Can we speak during the topic as well?
Which topic?
Oh.
Oh, the approval of lifeguards?
Or old business? Or I can speak.
Probably better now.
Okay. I just had something to share regarding, the fire tower, and, I haven't stayed up on it the way that I, as a citizen, should, I have to admit. But, and I don't know how long, their plea has been in progress with you all, but, two things came to mind when I was listening to, them speak, and it reminded me of the pool project. And that was that when we began our project, we were just individual citizens in a group, and we organized and sent out publicity in order for us to meet at a local church, and then we met at the second floor of the village hall. And we organized to see what the interest was. That was our first step. It's very similar to a fire tower possibility. And then we were able to get a $5,000 grant, so to speak, from the village to do a feasibility study. That was our second step. Still, we're all independent people raising money. Once we did the feasibility study, then we applied for grants. Hit a few roadblocks because we hadn't affiliated yet. But we affiliated with the community fund. And then from there, we got some grants going, and eventually fostered some interest. And of course, all you know, it took forever and years, and evolution, and village to town, and so what I am thinking is, we documented and we gathered support, continued to get support, and we were doing all of this through scoping out village property that was already owned in the village or within the town. So in that regard, it was a little more secure. So I guess what I'm saying is that I don't know where you're all feeling or coming from regarding the fire tower. It is a recreational facility. Our pool will serve multitudes of young people in learning how to swim. The fire tower, I have a passion for recreation because I do a lot of walking. But I'm just concerned that I don't see the documentation or the commitment or even a feasibility study for the fire tower like we got for the pool, which gave us some grounds to see that there was an extremely large public interest. So I just make that comparison, and hopefully patience, and it does take a long time to do these kinds of things. But the thing that concerned me too the last meeting was we are represented by an attorney, and we need to, I would think we would listen to what he has to say, or invite him down in order to explain what his reservations were. so that then we as our citizens who we represent might feel a little calmer about it. I don't know, it just with the pool having taken years to happen, we learned a little bit of patience, and maybe that is the kind of thing we need to look at for the possibilities of a fire tower. And that's that, sorry.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Anybody else?
May I speak as a resident, not as a public?
No,
I'm
you really can't.
I really,
You really should. That should be done between you and board members.
I discussed it.
That kind of gathering is.
If I may, Mr. Chairman.
Richard Gumo, Delhi, New York, as a citizen and resident. Some sorry news following our last board meeting, after the discussion about the fire tower. In case the board was not aware of the fact of the person and student that lost her life at Fordham University falling out of the bell tower and clock tower on the campus, which was supposed to be locked and not open to the students. Somehow or other, the students got into that clock tower, and in the course of the open staircase, according to the newspaper reports that existed from the ground to wherever the clock tower and bell that's in that tower existed, the student fell through an in the open staircase, and she fell to her death. That is still a concern that I have as a resident, that there's no way we can monitor and supervise and have security if in fact the fire tower was to be erected as being proposed. These kind of incidents will happen. We're talking about a kid that died that was gonna graduate within 10 days. So she was a senior in the campus, supposed to be going on to higher education, to master's program, so she wasn't any dummy. And according to the accounts of the people that were there, they went up into the bell tower to take pictures, which is what I'm sure that's one of the uses that would take place if this tower was erected as proposed by the hiking committee. So there, in my opinion, there's a real exposure that this town can't possibly cover. And if I understood what the hiking club proposed last month, the hiking club wants the town to become a partner with them in the reconstruction of this tower on that property. If we have to sign a lease, and I don't know how else we do it since we don't own that tower, I don't know if the hiking club is gonna join in signing such a lease, but even if they do, they have no assets. They told us at the last meeting, they've got no money. So if there is a lease for which the town steps up and becomes a partner for this enterprise, a private enterprise, I might say, we're gonna be on the hook. And I know there was a discussion about a performance bond or some bond being posted that would have to be paid for by the hiking club. I don't know where they're gonna get the money to do that. I don't know where they're gonna be money from them to pay renewals. If in fact that lapses because they haven't paid, it's gonna fall 100% upon the town and us as taxpayers. So again, clearly I have they have my support. If they want to go forward with this as a private project, that's great. They do it under their terms and their responsibility. The town cannot be made a party and a partner to them for this enterprise. I don't want to beat it to death, you know how I feel. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Richard. Anybody else? Moving on. Approval of the April 9th regular board meeting minutes. I want them shortened. I think we're getting too many details, which leaves us with too many chances for something getting misquoted. I will work with you or whatever, or slap your hand, or, I think we need to get them back to a little more manageable length. unless my cohorts in crime here are happy with them the way they are. They wanna overrule me.
Well, I didn't read them. Sorry. I just started looking at them now, but I won't be able to finish it tonight.
I'm also going to wait for a shortened version. Mine was 12 pages, and I think yours was a few shorter than
No,
that.
no, mine's 12. All right, we'll postpone that till next meeting. Old business, bid awarding. For the trucking, the #1 wash crust stone from Seward and from Clark's Bits, the combined total low bidder was Ben Reynolds Construction. So you're okay, Darren, with the weight awarding that to them?
Yep.
Diesel fuel. There was an issue, we got a call from Arabidos, they only wanted to guarantee the price for like a week. And I instructed the clerk to tell them that if they couldn't hold it until our next meeting, then we'd rebid it. And today they decided that they will hold the price that they gave us, so. I will award the diesel fuel bid to Marabito at 2.5719 per gallon fixed. And the appropriate kerosene blends. Stated prices. Heating oil will award to Allison Oil at $2.39 per gallon. And rock salt hauling fees, which Al missed the envelope for that. We did open it after the meeting, it was in on time. We had one bid, it was from Gerster Trucking, so we'll want to bid for that. Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Okay. Franchise agreement.
I don't have any news on it, but what I'm thinking is maybe we can tell them that we'll sign it with that in there, and if they don't agree to that, then we'll just take another action next month.
Next time.
What's being added in?
We wanna have our recorded content played on a public channel, and they've made it sound like that's a really complex thing to do. I think they just don't feel like editing the agreement.
Yeah, I got ongoing conversations with the town attorney, we can, shoot something off to them and say, here's what we're gonna do. See what kind of response we get. SUNY and the courtroom project, any updates, Billy?
At this point, no. I did share the drawings with Sarah Poole. It's late in the semester, college ends this week. They were busy wrapping things up. She told me she probably wouldn't get a chance to look at it now until over the summer. And probably reconvene with us in the fall first thing and figure out which group is the right group to come and do it. So that being said,
That moves us on to the next line.
my question for the rest of the board would be, do we need to move ahead now with getting rid of the one door that comes into the courtroom so that we can move forward on the installation of the ATM?
Is everybody okay with that?
What would that cost would be associated with it?
Did you get a ballpark figure?
I don't have one yet.
I can't imagine taking the door out and throwing some studs and sheet rock in is gonna be a big deal, but. And Chris from My ISD's gonna run the line.
I can get bids if you prefer.
Well, it's not gonna be $500 even, right?
I seriously doubt it. You wanna make the motion then, that we go ahead and move forward with that work to get the ATM situated?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I really don't know what the pricing is on this, and I don't feel comfortable just saying for it. So, you're saying less than $500?
I can do it.
I'm worried about saying what it.
No, I mean, that's the thing, like,
Yeah, I don't wanna put a cap out there and have them come in a dollar under the cap.
There is, if we say,
Okay, so
so how do we?
We'll leave it to Billy's discretion.
thanks, boss.
That's why you get paid the big bucks. I mean, you know
Yep.
what,
I will.
you know what the materials are gonna cost, you know what the guys are charging per hour, so you'll know if it's reasonable.
I honestly don't believe there's $100 in material there.
Yeah, a little bit of spackling, some paint,
So
maybe an outlet.
I will talk to a couple builders, get some prices, and if they tell me something I'm not comfortable with, we'll talk about it again next month.
Alright,
Otherwise, it'll be probably done before we meet again.
alright. Is there a second to Billy's motion?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Fire tower, I had a little bit of conversation with Dave Merzig yesterday. Him and I need to sit down and discuss a few different issues. Unfortunately, I've been busier than a hoot lately. So he reviewed the letter from DEP and thought it said just exactly what we kind of thought it would say, a whole lot of nothing. So I think if we get some kind of a proposal from the fire or tower people, we need to sit down with them and our attorney. Voice our concerns and go from there. We'll wait to see what their next proposal is, I guess. Any other old business? New business, approval of lifeguards.
John Cloje, aquatics, recreation aquatics director. We have 6 lifeguards. We're asking for approval. The names of the lifeguards are Sejan Gibbs Chavez, Jamie Dugan, Autumn Dorr, Logan Akins, Raken Brackey, and Diego Aguera.
We've got all their applications here. Now, John, are any of these already certified, or?
They're all certified.
They're all
lifeguards.
certified already. That's great. That's great.
Do they all live in Delhi?
I would have to look at their addresses.
One's got a Hampton post office box, one is Elk Creek.
Jamie Dugan lives in Hampton, I know that. Autumn Dorr, I believe, lives in
Maggie
Bovina.
Oak Road, Park Place. Looks like 4 out of the 6 are Delhi kids. Is there a motion to approve those hires?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. On a related topic, we need to authorize entering into an agreement with, Delaware County for the summer rec program to the, youth paid. And, we will do the payroll, and we'll just submit to the county at the end of the season for the reimbursement. We can get reimbursed for up to 200 hours like that. So, then we'll leave that up to the pool committee and John, whoever they wanna pick. I mean, obviously we prefer to pick Delhi kids for that.
So does this put you at fully staffed?
Yes.
So you have Total of 9 lifeguards, is that?
Should be 10.
10. Yeah, 'cause we did 4 originally. That's good.
Definitely.
So is there a motion to participate in the summer rec program?
Is that, sorry, I'm confused with something else. So this is not the youth, employment thing
Yeah.
that's different from it?
It's like we used for help in the assessor's office.
So it's
So it
the
is
youth
this-
employment.
Yeah, it's the youth employment, summer employment program. And I talked to, Lori Yambar, and we can get 2 for the pool. Cause they split it up, it was one for highway and one for public, benefit,
And swim lessons will start, the first session will start on July 1st,
July 1st.
Monday, July 1st.
And our goal would be to use 2 of the most, the most likely to be the busiest. They'll be teaching and assisting beyond the regular afternoon hours, and then we be the most bang for the buck.
Yeah.
We just have 2 that are close to or maybe turning 21. We want to make sure we stay within the guidelines of the Youth Bureau.
And just make sure you get that paperwork back to me as quick as you can, so I can get that turned in.
Yeah,
So they'll be calling, slapping my hands.
if we have to make a motion for that, then, or I agree with your idea to participate in the program.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any other pool issues you wanna address, John, or is everything calm at the moment?
Well, when I walked into the pool house, I noticed there was water on the floor in the chemical room, all by the filters coming from the outside, coming in. And then in the bathroom on the closest to the riverside, there was water all over the floor coming in the last 2 days when I've been inside there, in the bathhouse. And
Coming through doors, or?
underneath, that's the wall underneath, somehow it's getting in there. In the
Okay.
floors, you can see the wet spots coming in.
Al believes it might be a guttering situation, which they're addressing with the
Okay.
contractor. It's
And-
very evident, he's been taking pictures, so it's
Yeah.
nice.
And there's no, and still no showers in the bath.
Well, you can stand outside in this weather, so.
If they wanna put
Rain
a
stops.
standing outside shower attached to the building, that'd be fantastic. Because right now, there is no showers for them to shower before they go in the water. When they have sweat and everything on their body and oils and soap from their bathing suits going in the pool, it's gonna cause the chlorine to eat up faster, and you may have problems with different chemicals. So it's better to have a shower so they can rinse off before they go into the pool.
I was a little surprised when I heard that we didn't have showers, because I thought this guy was supposed to be a municipal pool expert that designed it, but.
And I didn't see any water fountain on there. I looked around, there's sinks, but I didn't see any water fountain on the pool house. I see one hose hook up on the
And I
outside.
suppose we could put a cup dispenser and get around
Yeah. Okay.
that, but. Yeah. we'll
And then
make
yet-
sure
and
that,
then
me Steve
yesterday-
follows up with that moisture issue there, though,
Mhm.
because we don't need water coming through the wall.
And I tried to get out the gate when I went in, and I couldn't get out the gate again.
Got locked in.
And I
Got
locked
locked
in, so I had to go through the chemical room to get out again.
That's not good.
So I couldn't fit my hand through the fence was so small, I couldn't fit around to stick my hand to put the key back in to unlock. So in an emergency, they can't push to get out of the gate. So if something chemical or something explosion or whatever happens in the chemical room, they won't be able to get out of the facility.
The PAC committee is addressing that
Yeah,
with,
we need some kind of something where you can unlock it and just,
Or just push when you want, and should be able to release to get out.
right now, the one that's there is not appropriate or adequate. But there is a, and it's relatively inexpensive, it's maybe $70 to $80. It's a special entry lock. And I think Al is working on that now. And Walton already has one that we've been able to see.
okay.
So it's twice I tried to get out and I couldn't get out.
You think you'd learn your lesson?
Well, that's why I had to go through the chemical room to get out to exterior the other door.
And he knows he can't climb the fence because that's on the rules.
It's on the rules.
Well, I'm not able to climb over the fence.
Me either. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get things buttoned up here in time for swimming season.
But showers would be nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if it's one outdoor shower, they have to shower outside to go in.
Yeah,
That just,
definitely helps.
Outside shower is the best idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Could be the quickest thing.
the quickest fix probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what, our lovely designer comes up with, I guess.
But I wasn't kidding about being locked in.
No, that could be a problem. Okay, committee reports. What's up, Darren?
Well,
Too much.
equipment, woes.
Woes? You're not supposed to bring bad news, Darren.
Well, just some updates.
Okay.
Our brand new truck, the 2019 Western Star, it's been working great. Everything's been well on it, until just 2 days ago, we had it threw a code. So, today we took it up to, Albany, Tracy and Albany for warranty work, not knowing how long it was gonna be. Obviously, they wouldn't tell us if they would fit it right in or not. We left it, they did fit it in. Luckily, it's, believe it or not, a software update. So it's warranty work. So all we're out is
The time.
time and fuel.
Yeah, time and driving.
Yeah, so chances are we're gonna go get it tomorrow, never that good service. The truck that replaced the 99 Volvo, unfortunately, which we had plans to run this summer, try to get all we could out of it, it's definitely out of service at this point.
It's done.
Yep, the frame wrap's gotten too extensive on it, we actually noticed that dumping a load of dirt. Once that was, once we saw what was going on there, we took it out of service before anything serious
Yeah,
happened.
before we had a problem.
Yeah, so that truck is not roadworthy, and we'll end up auctioning it off here sometime when we can get everything together to do that.
Okay.
Our 2005 Oshkosh, the one that we spent this winter building, is in service and everything's working well on that. That was the one, excuse me, that we, the new cabin chassis that we put the equipment on from the rec unit, so. That one's in service and doing well for us.
So our mechanic knew what he was doing?
Yep, good boy, he did a good job, really good job,
Yeah.
worked hard on it.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but
Mhm.
it saved us a lot of money.
They sure did. Yep. Besides that, we have a lot of stone in, which is good, that's one thing that could be done in this, wet weather.
Mm-hmm.
Stones in for the first 1,000 ton of grader patch, and all of our stones in for seal coat stone. Which obviously, we're still gonna try to keep on schedule for oiling and stoning at the end of July, early August, but I don't know. We gotta have a big change in weather before
Yeah,
that happens.
yeah, weather is not cooperating so
No,
far.
it hasn't been good at all. The only other thing, really, I guess, I do have those ongoing 3 high priority spots that are deteriorating quite rapidly. The culvert on Webster Brook Road, that's head wall failure, and the culvert itself is pretty corroded. And that's gonna need replacement soon. I guess what I'm getting at is we're still working on grants, try to get some grant money for that. It's gonna be a shared, a matching grant, I guess is what I should say, so the town will have to pick up. At this rate, it's gonna be half of it, but if we can lump them all into one, we stand a lot better chance. So it's still in the works, it's gonna be sometime before we figure that out. Hopefully, we have time to do that, though. Like I said, they're deteriorating pretty rapidly. The slope failure on Hamden Hill, is getting worse, we've been monitoring that. The stream bed is undermining the slope just enough where we keep losing more and more of it,
Keeps,
encroaching on the road. And that's the same with Webster Brook, the head wall failure, is actually causing the shoulder of the road to give way. Over there, yes.
Where's the third location with the 5-foot culvert?
And that one's on, Federal Hill too, about, not even half a mile. It's on the base of the hill, off of 28. Right before you start to really climb the hill. It was a galvanized culvert with another galvanized culvert butted up to it years ago. This is probably going back 30 years when they did that.